What's in my eye? What's in my eye? Hey, hey, hey! What's in my eye? What are you, a dust particle? I don't see anything. Okay. Come on. Lock in. Lock in. Lock in. Imagine I just karate chop my computer monitor. That would be bad. Okay. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Oshi no Ko. Today episode 10. So, really quick before you even skip ahead, let me just, a little mini announcement. I'm going to be a week late to the final episode, episode 11, because your boy's going on a little trip. But, we will watch that as soon as I can, but I'm just going to be gone when it releases, okay? And it just is what it is. But yeah, okay. Episode 10, we're going to be watching. Let me real quick, boom, get the comments on the screen for episode 9. There's a couple, I don't know, I have one or two ideas of things I want to yap about. People are spinning bars per usual. Especially with like Memcho age and like the industry. I don't know. It's one of those things that's like, she's lying, which makes me think of like all the themes of lying, but at the same time it's different. I don't know. We'll get to it. Let me just go top to bottom. You already know how it goes. So yeah. Look how happy I look in this photo. I look like oh yeah, I got a haircut, by the way. Shout out the haircut. Ooh. Oh, the back. You want the back too? Okay. Now we're talking. Okay. So yeah. One thing that is interesting to me about Kana that we got to know a bit more last episode is that not only did she like, and we could have always assumed this really easily, and it's kind of been mentioned, but like we really got to see that she, like right here. It's also the failures that Kana experienced when she tried to branch out. The desperation for how much she tried to do different stuff, right? Where, I mean, she's out here making full music videos. She's out here starring on, the Bell Banana Peppers or whatever. She's out here making moves, but then, so it's not only that, like, she got dropped as a child actress, but it's also that, post that, she wasn't able to get back into it, right? And, I mean, that just makes it so much more painful, right? Because it's not only that you were let down, but also that you were let down, boom, like your child actress thing, that kind of falls through, but then you were let down when you tried something else, and then you were let down when you tried something else, and then you kept trying, and you kept trying, and then you kept getting let down, right? Which just makes everything more sad, which just is more sad. But like, that's just, it sucks, because with something as fickle as like, on like I don't even know what to call like the big umbrella term, I guess creative endeavors, with something as fickle as like creative endeavors, you know, that includes acting, that includes YouTube, streaming, music, blah blah blah, like it's fickle, you know. And so even if you have a lot of talent, like sometimes you're just not going to get picked up, and then sometimes people without a lot of talent just happen to get picked up, and that's just the nature of it, right? And there is an incredible amount of luck and hard work that are not just luck, but like hard work and talent and effort and tears and sweat and all that kind of, all those yummy ingredients that go into it. Like, not to discredit any of that, but I feel like she really just got hoed by like her just kind of luck. Like, I feel like she really popped off. I mean, that music video went hard, right? Oh, I bet there's an English version now. Oh, I forgot to look for that. I'll try to remember to do that. This I thought was funny. Akko wants to kill his father and has romantic feelings for his mom. This guy's literally a walking Oedipus complex. The thing with the Oedipus complex, like there's the Oedipus like actual like mythology, blah blah blah. But like when I hear the words Oedipus complex, I think specifically of, I think it was the Freudian kind of move where it's like, was that freaking, I don't know. I could, but whatever. Like what I think of and what that connotates for me is a you're born and you're jealous of your father because of the father's attachment to the mother, because you are attached to the mother, and so you get jealous of the father. So like it's like you're getting cucked by your dad. Like, and I know that sounds so weird, and it's probably like the worst possible way I could have said it, but I mean that's kind of my connotation with what an Oedipus complex is. But I don't think he's like if that, like, you know, like, yes, he is kind of doing these things. He has very complicated feelings for his mom, and then he also definitely wants to kill his dad. Like, that one's easy. But the reasons as to why I don't think line up with, like, what I usually think of an Oedipus complex. Where, like, Oedipus complex, I don't know if let me try one more time explaining it. Where it's like, boom, I get spawned into the world, right? And I like mommy. Mommy give me milkies, right? But then, oh no, mommy's not giving me milkies right now. She's too busy with dad, you know, making moves. So now I'm jealous of the dad because I want mama, and dad's getting mama instead of me. And that's where the Oedipus complex like comes from. That's my connotation with it. And maybe I'm just insane, but yeah, it's still kind of true. It's just also kind of the reasoning as to why doesn't follow the classic my classical understanding of like what the Oedipus complex represents. That's all there. That's all there. Oshino main moment. This is This is like all Monogatari. Well, okay. Well, the thing about this is it's specifically about like the voice acting process. I did read through all this already. And like how talented voice actors, actresses, whatever, sometimes just don't get the roles they go for, even if they're like without a doubt really good, because sometimes there's just somebody that the director wants more, you know? And it doesn't mean that the one person's trash. It just means that the other person, for this specific thing, it just clicked, right? And this. Aw, they ended up reserving a future role specifically holding for her. That's actually so sweet. But yeah, especially in the industry where like you can have all the talent in the world, but sometimes it just doesn't work, especially if you don't put in like a ton of effort. But then Kana's out here, and I know she's got at least a good, healthy scooping of talent, you know, in the Kana shake. But like, and she has the hard work to back it up because she's out here making moves like continuously. But all of that is not enough, to just succeed necessarily, right? Which is why maybe this idol thing is a good idea. Which I think it was kind of like this is where that's kind of a fun thing on that. We can get that Ruby screen time if we are patient. Hopefully, we'll see. Ruby screen time. It's not even about Ruby screen time. That's kind of something I noticed last episode where like we got, and this is true by the way. That Ruby is just, she's a diamond in the rough. I think she's cooking. She's not. Sorry. She's like, has a lot of potential, like not only as an idol or whatever, but also as a character. But I feel like she's gone under the covers, right? And I mean, like last episode specifically, we're seeing her like Mem's having a really hard time, because not only is the Aqua stuff going on, but then also the idol stuff, and everything's just kind of falling apart for Mem, and they're trying to figure out who their center is, right? Oh, don't burp. I'm sorry. But yeah, so Kana's having a really hard time, and then Ruby is like square enough to talk with her, and I'm like, okay, Ruby, like this is the moment. This is why I've been saying Ruby screen time. She's about to hit me with something, and I'm gonna love Ruby even more. Like this is some Ruby action, and then Ruby doesn't really say anything, and then just gives up. Like Ruby, you know. So it's not even Ruby screen time. It's just Ruby like wait, like give me Ruby like making moves, right? Yeah, and we'll be seeing that. I think a real big potential that is gonna happen is her, like, she obviously loves the idol culture and she's such a hyper fan, and now she's about to start experiencing it. I mean, this episode, next episode, for sure. You know, go be Komachi. That we heard there was that event in like a little bit that they're preparing for. So practicing for that and then actually doing that and then coming to terms with the reality of how that goes that's like the catalyst for a ton of Ruby action we already know. And I'm excited for it. I just hope we actually get some of it. Okay, bet. Mention this. Doesn't seem like Kana feels that being an idol is a good fit for her. It's true that the motivation was from Aqua's persuasion, but in the end, the idol job is actually not a bad idea. I think the idol job, like, she's been trying a lot of different stuff and she hasn't tried idol yet, so I might as well go for it. Like, I'm down. But this is kind of what worries me. So like, I'll read this because I think it's true. I don't think she seriously means to quit, but she does think of being an idol as a job, not as her passion. And that's because it's just a mean to an end in her eyes. I think this is true, and that makes me kind of worried because, like, means to an end, like, we can say that it's means to the end of, like, popularity, fame, like, actually making moves, succeeding, blah, 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 or, like, means to an end partially with, like, some Aqua feelings baked in. Anyway, hair in my mouth, what the heck? But, like, if the Aqua stuff starts to really fall through for her, which it definitely can, and it definitely is a little tumultuous right now. There was a really good comment right here. This comment was spitting bars about that. I'm not gonna lie, it was spitting bars. But if the Aqua thing falls through for her, then, like, that just kneecaps the idol thing so hard. Especially when we got people like Ruby, who's literally full set, like, her entire soul and being is to do this idol thing. And that's me being slightly exaggerating, right? But, like, not really that much, you know? I mean, it's such a big deal for her. And then we have Mem is the other person who is here out of pure passion, right? Like, she's already successful with our YouTube streaming stuff, but she wants to do this, right? So we have two people that want to do this super hard, not even necessarily because it's like a right move, like, for the career, even so that is probably true. And then we have Kana, who's kind of doesn't have that share that same passion, and we were really seeing that gap, and that gap worries me because like I don't know. In one way, it could be good if she still stays like devoted because then that's like she can like pull the squad back. You know, like where the passion might make them think like way too hyper ambitious, but then she can be like the realistic person to be like, okay, like we're not ready for that. So like I like that it can be a good thing. But there's just the poor girl deserves better. Memcho kind of ridiculous cute, not gonna lie. She's cute. Ridiculously is a big statement. We'll figure it out on the tier list. Love the Baba as you reference. It's still there. Shout out Keke. No. Shout out Baba. No, we hate Keke. This is actually so true, which is really funny. This was really good information as well. I did read this. This was kind of the actual like some of the knowledge on like how idols work. Yeah. So Paul, I mean, I'm not gonna just repeat it all because I'll read it, but true. And that's very good to know, and I'll go back to this if I get confused again, because your boy's not the smartest necessarily. Especially like the subgroups thing. The subgroups make sense to me. It's kind of funny, because there's only the 3 of them, so like, they can do individuals, but like, what, are you going to be doing duos? That kind of feels like you're just leaving the other person out. But yeah, I mean, that's especially if idol groups are big enough, like you're saying. But yeah. So group 1, true. As a longtime Kana fan, even if Kana may be taking L's now, she will always be getting massive L loves from me. No, that was good. Don't stop, that was good. This is true. Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about a little earlier, that just the industry will pick people up and drop them. It's just sad, because like I understand what went wrong. It's just unfortunate, right? That like, and you see it all the time. Like I've seen it with so many different like YouTubers, because that's like the culture I'm most familiar with, where it's like, oh, you were a popular YouTuber back in the day, but then just something went wrong and your views dropped massively. Like the algorithm stopped liking you, or you said something and a bunch of your fans left, or all your fans just grew up and moved on. And so like the people that were like, they used to be pumping out millions and millions of views making moves, and then now it's like 10,000, 5,000, 7,000. That's like the saddest thing. Like that breaks my heart so much, because you can just feel the loss of it. And it just makes you think like, why did this happen? Like, why did this have to happen? But like, at the end of the day, you're right. I agree. It is how it is. It is how it is. This is actually a funny source. I used to watch idol anime and then learned about the ugly truth of the real world idol industry later on. That must have been quite the trip to get like brought down like that. Like my introduction into like idol anime has been this and Perfect Blue, which is a movie. Go watch it. Very good movie. And I mean, I've seen like a little bit of idol stuff around, but like I never have like gone into the culture like at all before this. And so I like walk into it seeing the ugly truths. So it's like a way different experience than like falling in love with it and then getting hit over the head. Yeah. And I feel like, man, I'm waiting for Ruby to get destroyed. I mean, she has seen the ugly truth of it with I. Like she's not completely naive, but for her own experience and how it's going to hit her personally when, like, if she experiences those things, I feel like all those emotions are going to come back out, you know? And I'm not excited for her, but the potential, like, juice and drama that comes out of that is just, you know what I'm saying? Is that you, Aqua, behind the peon mask? So true. Wait, Aqua's actually the guy behind the mask. He's had a secret channel the entire time. He is that soul. I'll get to this in a second. Give Ruby more character development, or yeah, like, it does feel like she's kind of getting backseated a bit, which I feel bad about. Memcho, best girl. Yeah, we'll take a tier list. We'll give her, hey, listen, there's 2 more episodes. This was pogged. I really liked this. This was, like, making the, like, slice, or, like, right here. No, like, with the Akana, Aquana. Is that Aquana? Is that the ship name? Can we make that, that's funny. Or Kanakwa and Aquana. Whoa. Okay, let me calm down. But the Aqua Kana pairing. So on that topic, comment says, I resonate with it emotionally a lot, but no matter how I slice it, it's a very toxic, codependent relationship. Aqua is not a good person to fall in love with. Agreed 1,000,000%. This is really spitting bars, analyzing this all right. Love trap. You know, they invite, they hang out, it's good, it's calm, there's no drama, there's nothing crazy, and then boom, he kisses Akane because he's trying to make moves in his, like, secret lone wolf business, you know, stuff. And then now they're like, you know, now it's like he wants to repair the relationship because he's feeling bad because Kana's giving him distance, and like, but like, then what? You get back together and it's just gonna happen again. I think I would agree. That's kind of what this is saying. I would definitely agree that that's the risk. It's easy to miss, but their dialogue at the end of the previous episode gives me a lot of hope. She notices that he doesn't love her and uses her for his own ends, but she wants to try and break through that. It's what Aqua needs, someone who's perceptive enough to not fall for his manipulation. This is about Akane. Let me be very clear. Someone who's perceptive enough not to fall for manipulation, demand proper treatment, accept him for who he is, but also know his issues and want him to be better. And Akane is just perspective enough and has good enough knowledge in psychology to be that for him. Yes, maybe. Like, let me start with Kana. Let me go back to Kana. Sorry, I was jumping around too much. I'm too excited. I'm too caffeinated. I'm too excited for the episode. What can I say? It sucks because if Kana is like the ideal, for me, like if Aqua was healthy enough and like was falling in love with someone, then I really like the Kana pairing because like not only do I like just like their energy and I think it's fun, but she's like it's just so like it's very casual and easy. It feels like when it's going well. Whereas with like Akane, she's so on that like same trauma level as Aqua that like I don't know. It's good though because then she can pull him out. She'll like actually know what she's looking at because she's been there and like she's been in a really bad spot and Aqua's gone through a lot, so she's able to like understand that and like that's where I feel like a lot of the perspective comes in. You know what it really comes down to? It comes down to one thing right here. Aqua is not a good person to fall in love with. We can't have him with anybody. He's too much of a monster right now. And it's not even that he's like a horrible person necessarily. It's just he is not in a space where, and I think he would agree, where he can be in a healthy romantic relationship with anyone. He's not in that space. And he isn't falling for anyone, I don't think. Shout out there's still a lot of emotions for him to work through there. Kind of thought Akane was gonna like maybe be a move there, but he was straight up honest with her and said, nope, not falling for you, but I'm really interested in you as an actress, so it's like it makes me sad because like then what do we do? Then it really goes down to like I think Akane is good not as a I don't think anyone's good as a romantic interest. But just as a normal like any like platonic or just any relationship pairing, Akane could be good. I'm just the thing I'm worried about as Akane is that I don't think I'm worried that the darkness is going to come back for her, right? Because I mean she was in a really bad spot and she got pulled out of it. And she's really locked in now. Like it feels like she made a really good comeback, but I don't want to let my guard down. And like especially around Aqua, who's making so many like manipulation maxing moves, manipulation maxing moves. Like she is in the line of fire. And it got worse because literally the director guy that Aqua talked to said, "Oh, like I met the father person. That's not exactly what he said, but I met her person at the theater that Akane goes to. So Akane's in the line of fire, right? And I don't know if she'll have the confidence to demand proper treatment and set proper boundaries. I don't know if she'll have that confidence because of how much like I could see a situation where she feels like she owes Aqua so much that she's not like, that she like acquiesces to his behavior. Because she's definitely like perceptive enough and they've been good in their communication. But especially where like Aqua's not going to want her to like, not going to tell her everything about like, I'm trying to kill my dad. Like it might come out eventually, but like he's not going to open with that, right? So like him trying to get the information he needs while also like stepping around topics, like that's just, he's going to need to be manipulative. And I'm worried that she's going to like even if she notices that she won't fight it very much. Because I mean, even looking at her character, just how she responded to like the directors and like her like own personal like agent or whatever getting mad at her, like I feel like we've seen her withdraw rather than like fight back, right? And so even if she notices something is wrong, I could see her withdrawing. And that scares me a lot. Like this is okay, you know what I think it is? I think for Aqua, Akane is kind of like a really good vessel for like positive change in Aqua. But I'm so worried about, because Akane to me is in a fragile situation, whereas Kana doesn't feel like she's in as fragile a situation. She's definitely in a bad spot, right? Like she's emotionally really hurt, and like is working through a lot of feelings. But compared to Akane, who was like attempting to end herself, like Kana's like there's not that danger with Kana, you know. Like worst case scenario I'm seeing for Kana without things getting like at this moment is she like drops out of Bikomachi and like feels horrible or like moves to a new school or something, right? And like that like would hurt her life a lot and she would feel really bad. But like worst case for Akane is she doom spirals again and then dies, right? So I think I could agree that Akane is a better fit for Aqua and maybe even good for Aqua. However, I'm so scared of Akane getting hurt and Aqua intentionally or not, because I don't think he would maliciously put like really be super cruel to her, but like I'm just worried about her. She's in a fragile state for me. That's what's worrying for me. And then this is just bars, by the way. It feels good and natural when Kana and Aqua hang out together. That's how codependent relationships flourish. It feels natural because both of them have toxic attachment styles that complement each other, but the problem lies in what happens after. Aqua goes on being traumatized and manipulating people because he's satisfied in a relationship that doesn't demand change from him, while Kana is hurting all the time because of her anxious attachment to him and his lack of consideration for it. Literally tattoo this onto my body. Like, that's bars, right? Especially, like, if he's getting his proper satisfaction from a relationship and it's not demanding him to change, that's like the worst possible thing, because he's not, it's like if Kana was like, this is bad, this is toxic, I'm leaving, like I'm done, then that like forces him to either change or feel that void of like, I've ruined a relationship because of how I am. So like it is kind of at its worst if he gets what he needs emotionally and can continue to be a rat. That's really bad behavior. Yeah. He's just so powerful. I mean, I'm thinking back to the Akane thing. Like, is Akane perceptive enough not to fall for his manipulation? He just, yeah. Like, she's so perceptive, especially when it came to, like, deciphering I. Could she do that for Aqua? I mean, yes, but like I don't know if she'll get the chance. They're more evenly matched, but I could still see him completely rolling and smoking her, or at least rolling and smoking her, and then she figures it out, and then that's like a big problem because she realized that she got duped. Like that would probably be what would happen. You know, he does some crazy manipulation, blah blah blah. Gets some information out of her, gets a ticket to the back scenes of this theater that she used to go to, so he can get information or blah 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 or whatever. And then he takes advantage of that, and she's like, oh my goodness, like, you used me for something that's not cool at all. And then, like, that's kind of a crash and burn situation. But then that's actually good, because then he's not able to get away with it, right? We don't want him getting away with bad behavior. Yeah. Like, I'm fine with him taking care of his dad. Like kill him. Ideally, you would, like, I don't know, put him in prison. But, like, sure, you want to kill him? Bet. Like, understandable enough. That's not necessarily the bad part. The bad part is that you're not, like, then what? Like, I want him to have good human relationships to other people, because other people care about him, and I know he, to a degree, cares about other people, especially, like, Ruby. Like, I know he cares about Kana to a degree. I know he cares about Akane to a degree, you know? Like, he is a good guy. Mostly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, I really like this comment, though. It really got me thinking. Like, Kana was down, wasn't giving her attention. Classic love trap. Bro, you know what literally happened when I read this comment? I, like, read it on my phone the other day, right? Like, probably about a week ago when it was posted. And I, like, read it, and I was like, dang, I feel like I fell in the love trap, you know? Where, like, I was looking at the Kana Aqua relationship and being like, this is good, this is great. And it's like, that's what they want you to think, because there are some problems there. And it is true. It just comes down to this. Aqua's not a good person to fall in love with, because he's so closed off. Oh, boy. How do we fix this? I mean, Ruby clutch. Come on, Ruby clutch. Like, she's already got... Like, I know he's emotionally closed off, but she's his sister. If there's a way... You know? She's been with him through thick and thin. She was there when everything happened. Like... That's really... I need the Ruby clutch. Can we talk... And Akane's good as, like, also, because she's also been through the trauma, but, like, give me the Ruby, man. But yeah, I kind of... Let's do a little bit of scroll through. It is 09. Memcho. I do want to talk a little bit about Memcho. So, I've been really back and forth on Memcho. I love this shot of Kana casually leaned up on the door, sobbing. Stop using her pain for laughs. No, I keep doing it. It's funny, but... Okay, so Kana's 25. And by Kana, I mean Memcho. Memcho's 25. My notes for her are literally YouTuber Andy, 25. So that's good. Exposed. The thing with that... Like, I was thinking a lot about that. Because it's like, on one hand... Bet, right? Who cares, right? Like, I totally am respectable. I totally respect somebody that... is, like, passionate about something, and, like, being old does not mean that your passions fade, necessarily, and being old does not mean your passions are invalid or cannot be pursued, right? Like, there is kind of, like, it's not like your youth is your only time to be creative and wonderful and pogged, right? Yeah. So, I'm totally down with her being 25 and pursuing her passions and all that, even if, like, including idol culture. The thing that worries me is... Two things, I think. One, if the information ever comes out, that's really bad for her, for obvious reasons, right? Where it's like everyone's gonna feel like they got lied to, blah blah blah, and especially she's 25. So what? We give her a 3-year run. She's 28. Like how fast is she gonna age? You know, I know that she has like young bone structure or whatever was said, but like that does like eventually she's gonna look old. You know, that's how people work. Eventually we all look old. It is what it is. And so I'm worried that that's going to creep up on her and, like, destroy her. And then it's like, that's just not something you can escape. And I guess you could just, like, retire, like, when it starts to show it. It's like, dang, like, my makeup, like, it's not hiding this anymore. Then you just retire and call it good. But that is, you know, it's not something you can just avoid, right? It is it's a thing that's happening. Yeah. Like, it's different from Ai's secret with the kids, because the kids you could hypothetically keep hidden forever, right? Like, if you got lucky and, like, made the right moves. But you can't hide being 25 forever, because you're going to become 26, then 27, then 30, then 30. You know, like, it's going to creep up on you. But yeah, so I'm worried that there's a little bit of a ticking time bomb there. But we can work with it. And then, like, I still don't know how I feel about, like, lying to your audience that much. Because there's, like, a difference to me between the lies of I'm happy and I love you. Like with I really loved the way I lied, because it was like, let's have a lie more of a pleading for it to be true. And so while it was false, it was also like the wish upon a star, bro. I never even thought. It's like her wish, and the wish is like her eyes, because the eyes are the stars, because she wished in the star. That's crazy to me. That's a fun connection. I don't think I've made that before to that degree. I like that a lot. Freaking Ai. She's just such a good character. But, like, that is such a nuanced lie where it's, like, has, like, a genuine truth within it, or a desire for it to be genuinely true. Whereas lying about your age is literally just, like, I want to succeed and I need to do this to succeed, right? It's not, like, it doesn't have, like, those layers to it. It's literally just, and she had good reasons for needing to, like, take years and not be able to do it, because, you know, she's providing for her family and being, like, an absolute real one. But so, like, I love that, and that was, like, such great moves for her. She was being, like, so wonderful there, right? Mom was overworked and she was there to help out, working a bunch of extra jobs. Family needed money. You got to do what you got to do. So, like, I understand, like, why she does lie, but it's just, like, and it's like, but, like, for me, I think what it is for me is I respect so much people that are, like, older, that do, like, creative endeavors. And I know, like, idol stuff, it's way different, because that culture is so ingrained in, like, the youth and the teenage aspect, like the school idol thing. So it's totally different, and it's totally out of my wheelhouse in that regard. But at least, like, otherwise, I totally respect that I'm here for somebody that's, like, 40 and is making pog content in any way, shape, or form. If you're, like, a 50-year-old woman and you're busting it down and singing and dancing, then, like, go off, speak your truth. I'm so down for that. and so it makes me kind of like sad when with this hypothetical of someone that's older, but they don't feel confident in that, and so they're having to pretend that they're younger. Because that to me is like you're not comfortable with being yourself, right? Like you're having to pretend to be something else to fit in. And so I'm not a huge fan of needing to compromise, but at the same time, with especially with idol culture and even with like the whole streaming culture and all that, like it is the meta. It is like she wanted to succeed. That's how you succeed. I respect the grind set as well. So it's kind of like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place where like I totally respect like her age, but I wish that she was able to be confident in it as opposed to having to hide it, right? But I'm also aware that if she were to like imagine she has like an age reveal and it's like, guys, I'm actually 25. Like on one hand, that would be the coolest. Could you imagine? That'd be the cool. Like I would respect her 20 times more as a fan of her if she like was honest and said, "Yo, I'm 25 and I'm still doing this and I'm still passionate." And you can be there, you can be square, right? Like I that would be the coolest thing from her to do if I was a fan. But I also have to understand that a lot of people aren't like that, and a lot of people would vilify her for that and feel like they got lied to, especially in idol culture, which we've seen at least from the show, is very like possessive and horrible a lot of the time. Um, and seeing Ai's backstory even more. She's such a giga woman. Lacked professionalism, didn't try to become friendly, on her phone, not paying attention, and then becomes the most powerful idol of all time. What a giga woman. After falling in love, then she understands. Then it all comes together. But yeah, I guess that was just my Memcho thought. Like, Memcho, I'm here. I'm ready. Like, take me on your journey, you know? I'm on your side, and I'm rooting for you. I just, like, my good ending for you is you being able to be confident in who you are and your age. And being accepted for that, right? And that is such, it might, maybe it's a pipe dream. Maybe it's a pipe dream. I'm totally aware of that. But yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. Frill is got that crazy rumor energy. I love it. Go Frill. Speak your truth. What was her? Minami. We love Minami. Look at Kana, bro. Kana is wasted. Kana back there tired. They out here practicing. Man, and even that shot. Wait, were they all smiling except Kana? That's crazy. Look at this shot. Kana's frowning. Mem and Ruby are smiling. I want her to be smiling too. This Aqua stuff's getting in her head. And even outside of the Aqua stuff, like it's just they all walked into it with different feels, right? Wait, dude, Aqua has a shirt that says Aqua and has a fish on it, right? And then look, Ruby has a shirt that says like Tamayaki or something with a fish on it too. They have like matching shirts. That's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. I love Ruby. Give me more Ruby. Man. Also, we got to get names. Kana. We have to get Kana confident to sing because she's gonna be our singer because she's a karaoke legend. 97 do be kind of popping off. So we are like hopefully like next episode's gonna be that we're about to watch is gonna be like Kana confidence arc, where we settle some of those issues. But like, let me go to the Ruby thing where Ruby like tried to talk to her because I remember being like, Ruby, you're throwing the match. So she's literally calling herself troublesome, cynical. She's comparing herself to the two others and is like bringing herself down, right? And she's kind of like waving herself off, right? She's like, oh, just think of me as the one who livens things up. Like, don't worry about me. Like, it's fine. It's really not a big deal. I'm not that important. Like, you shouldn't worry about me, you know? That's kind of the feel. Y'all do it. It's fine. I'm just being... It's like her... It's like her being like, I'm just in a pissy mood. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But no, Kana, like, we're worrying about it because we care about you, you know? And this, it's like Ruby's about to spit bars. You've been beating yourself up lately. Like, yes, Ruby, come in. Like, make something happen. And then she completely misreads it and brings up Aqua. Like, no! No, Ruby. She's trying. And then she says, you're not troublesome or cynical. So she's like saying, like, she's being affirmative, you know, being nice, trying to, like, counteract the negative thoughts. She opens up, right? This is progress being made. She opens up. She's blushing. She's being vulnerable. And then Ruby drops the ball by literally going back on her affirmation she just gave and calling her troublesome and cynical. Like Kana just opened up to you, Ruby. She literally just said, like, this is what's bothering me. He's saying the same thing he said to me to other people. I don't feel special. My relationship hurts. Blah, blah, blah. And then Ruby just, like, literally doubles down on how she was beating herself up. Like, that's such a throw. And then you're making it worse! Like, Ruby, I'm gonna... Like, what is wrong with you? Even Mem comes in and says we're all difficult. Like, everyone's... Like, this is, like, okay. But, like, you're calling Kana difficult. And Ruby's out here, like, kind of connecting some dots to be like, Aqua's making a lot of moves about me. That's kind of interesting, you know? But, like... It's like, Mem's being okay, but, like, guys, Kana, like, that could have been such a good Kana talk, and I know we're gonna do... And then she, what? She goes in her own karaoke room alone? Like, you guys, like, come on. Get her in your room. Like, come join us later, okay? And then Kana says, okay, and then she does go to karaoke together. They all carpooled or walked over together, but then why are they in different rooms? Well, like, I know y'all, like, what, you walked in with a group of 3, and you reserved 2 different rooms? What drug are you on? Like, I don't get it, you know? Like, they're throwing. And they suck. Both of them suck, whatever. And then Kana absolutely slam dunks it, because that's my girl right there. So it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy to me. Like, y'all really got, like, this is Kana here, okay? I care about this girl, and y'all are an idol group. Y'all have to be there for each other. Because I know Aqua's not there for a lot of people. Unless you're about to die. And then Aqua jumps into action. But, like, otherwise, you know? You gotta be there for her. You gotta help her work through it. You know? And I'm not seeing it, and it's got me worried. So, let's jump to the episode. Hopefully we're gonna change that. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my program began to freak out. Another sip from the Dr. Pepper. Let's get episode 10 going. I'm not gonna lie, I downloaded this in a weird way, so I'm really praying to the to I up above, shout out I, that this works properly. So yeah, episode 10, let's get this going in a 3, a 2, a 1. Bang! This OP is so good. Look at that plush. Somebody pointed out there's that little plush right there, the little eye plush. It's so cute. She's me for real, bro. I is me for real. Bro, if I was gay, I'd be so into Aqua. Da da da. Dang dang dang. I'm just trying to reanalyze. I love the glasses breaking to symbolize him dying into the shift of the character. It's so good. And then this part's great, like the contrast. I talked about that last time. It's so freaking pogged. Ruby's getting that dream from up above, the bright part, the shining part of the dream. But she's not so acquainted with the darkness, you know? Take, she really is miserable. Do you see Akane there? Wait, where's Director Man? The guy that, Aqua was so locked in with, that was like he was using as a father figure, Loki. Where's he at, man? It's been a while. Bro, but no, Akane looks absolutely miserable in that shot with the phone. She looks miserable. Okay, what do we got? Camera time. Arima Kana-chan, yay! Giga Woman. Okay, I was about to say, there's no way we just skipped to that being resolved. Oh, wow. She's calling herself easily swayed pushover. That's what Aqua was taking advantage of, you know? Dude, Mem looks so adorable. No, you know how to sing, Kana. Aw. It is interesting. It's like she always says like everyone evolved, everyone got burned. So it's like not only like her own failure, but like she has like the guilt, you know? Thank you, Ruby. Oh, Kana. Listen to how trash we are. That's what she's saying, bro. Okay. Okay, progress. Yeah, she realized how hopeless it was. That's funny. Oh, hi. Hi, hi. Damn. Yeah, yeah, calm down. I really don't want to. I don't like how she is always getting pressured into things. I want her to have like inner, you know? Yeah. Like I don't like how she like the change is always like externally put on her and then she like compromises. Days. Oh no. Is Kana gonna have like a meltdown on stage? Oh, please don't be the opinion. Yeah, it's the Pinion or whatever. Peon. Dude, why is Mem she's Aww. Y'all are horrible. Say it, Peon. Stamina? Oh. Oh no, not more exercise. Oh, they all sleep in a bed together. Oh, that's bonding. Good bonding. Good team bonding. It was sad that she thought it was gonna be Aqua too. That's just sad. She's drawn back into him. I mean, for them, it's intrinsic, you know? For her, it's so extrinsic. Wait, bro, I swear. Never mind. I'm gonna I'm gonna lose it if Aqua's in this suit. Let me just throw that out there. But no, let's focus. Let's focus. You actually hate bell peppers. Aw. Aw. You had to eat them? Brutal. She about to fall for Paon. Man, it'd be a real shame if it was just the same person twice, right? Like, there's no way. Wait. Sugar baby with Paon. It's OP. Oh no, he is more buff. What is wrong with this? You little rat. What's wrong? Aqua, get out of that suit. What is wrong with you? That's kind of messed up. Aqua, what are you doing in there? What are you doing? You little rat. What is wrong with you? She has the baking soda shirt. That's really fun. Copium. He is insensitive. Dang. Aww. Aww, that's cute. Why is he in that stupid suit? What is wrong with this guy? And we know Miyako is part of that, right? Like, why? Like, just hire Paon. Is that the real one that you're talking to? Damn! That feels so gross. For him to be like saying all these things with Kana, that feels so gross. No, literally. That's filthy. That's so bad. Thank you, Paon. Wow. Wow. I'm actually rather feeble. Mem is asleep in her little... Hmm. They got censored. Ruby, I'm trying to fall asleep, girl. This is literally her dream, man. Oh, Mem got the bed. Well, because, I mean, you've been burnt too much, and then she's never been burnt, right? Oh, well. It's I. Yeah. Aww. That transition was really touching. Your doctor? Whoa! That's... Okay. Yeah. That's a crazy thing for you to be saying. Oh, she's falling asleep as she's talking about it. Oh. No, Kana, literally, like, you met Ruby. You met Ruby after all the child actress stuff, you know? And you met Aqua after that. Oh, God. This is worst case scenario. This is so bad. This is so bad. It's because it's fucking Aqua because he's a rat. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, this poor girl. Oh, I hate Aqua. Aqua stocks are gone. No, don't do the festival. Oh, she's gonna be ruined. Oh, she's gonna have a meltdown on stage. Aqua, you can't be doing that. You think you're so smart, huh? You really think you're so smart that you can just play people like that? Like, no. Stupid. The censoring. What's up with the censoring? True. Oh, poor Kana. Aqua made it so much worse than it was with that stupid duck thing. Because she was like replacing him with the duck. Now she feels horrible. This poor girl. Especially if Aqua shows up to like support his sister, then like... You're seeing this in a positive way? Yeah, okay. At least she's not like doom spiraling super hard. And then that's just gonna make everything for her worse because she's gonna mess up. She's gonna mess up, and then she's gonna feel so bad. Yeah, you are not getting a wink of sleep in here. Ruby is undeterred, bro. Ruby is... This is a normal day for Ruby. This is not even... She's good. Dang. Miyako knows. Miyako knows. Facts? Oh, poor Kana is being set up for failure, and then that's gonna make her feel so bad because she has a pattern of failure in the past that she's insecure about, bro. Uh... Aqua, you fool. She took it pretty well, all things considered. But, you know, that doesn't mean it's good. Who's about to walk up? What's about to happen? Oh, the pressure's just building. This is so bad. Yeah, she has all that guilt. Oh, Kana. I've been saying. Oh, she's getting flashbacks to when things went bad previously. Oof. Oh no. Oh. Kana, I'm so sorry. Oh, Kana. Wow, she got left alone? And with the whole, like, I say the opposite. Wow. I didn't realize she got, like, her mom left. Oh, poor Kana. Ruby clutch? Ruby, I need you now! Oh, she's so adorable. I love her. Look at her go. She's looking away. The likes of you. Good line, Ruby. This music's bad, though. This music's scary. She doesn't like that she would be tanking all of them if she fails. Yeah. That's so caring. That's such a sweet thing for her to feel. That's like so selfless. That's so extraordinarily selfless. Good attitude! Yes! Oh, good attitude. Is that clutch? I think that's pretty clutch. That's pretty clutch. Failing isn't fine. I'm ready for it. I'm just having fun. I'm just doing what I love. Thank goodness. Okay. Is it gonna be enough? I can't do it. I can't do it. The music, man. The music's gonna kill me. Yes, Kana! Yes, Kana! Yes, Kana! Yes, Kana! Rookie Idol! Oh my goodness. Aqua, I'm sick of you. Get out of the show. I'm sick of you being all manipulative and crap. Let me just have fun idol show with Kana. Learning to accept failure, okay? I'm down with that. Stop acting like Payon. Ow, my hand hurts. I hit it so hard. Aqua, dude, that actually felt filthy from Aqua. That's like the biggest Aqua L I've ever seen, bro. Pretending to be someone else, even with their permission, to give advice because you want, like, you're trying to, but like, because, like, come on, that's so manipulative. That's so bad. That's like making an alt account to text the person that that is mad at you to make them feel better. Like, that's so weird. Like, you can't be doing that, man. Ruby clutch, finally. Thank you, Ruby. How, like, because she's, like, saying, like, Kana, I'm not expecting you to carry us to a win. Like, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to make something that I'm, like, this is wonderful. I'm happy. I'm excited. Like, I'm nervous, but it's a good excitement nervous, you know? Like, you don't need to put so much pressure on yourself, you know? Like, that's so good. Thank you, Ruby, finally. And it makes sense from, like, everything that, like, Kana's been talking about, like, expect, like, good. Like, that's makes a lot of sense. We've been seeing the writing on the wall the entire time. You know? Like, it's no doubt that she feels that way. Especially when everything gets more and more confusing with Aqua. Like, that's really no doubt. And, like, she's low on sleep. Like, you know that's gonna bring it all to the surface. But, man, so clutch. So clutch to say... What did she say here? It's only natural for us to fail. Let's just have fun and go for it. W mentality. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you. That's the Ruby shining star bright spirit that I'm looking for. You see that glimmer in her eyes? That's kind of crazy. Kana got, like, none of the glimmer, but she got, like, those deep rose, you know, ruby, but not actual ruby. That's just the color of her eyes. Like, lakes of bismuth. Is bismuth red? I don't even know. She's just got them beautiful eyes, but it's like, you know, they're like deep pools that you dive into rather than like a shining thing that you follow. You get what I mean? Oh, Aqua, you rat. And like Ruby opening up, I think helped because it was like, dang, like, I feel like that helps like make Ruby's advice hit a little harder. So good on you, Ruby. That's just the Ruby I'm looking for. How was real, like, Aqua's Payon? What even? What a rat thing for him to do. I just can't believe that. And they started, like, hinting at it, and then they revealed it. Like, you little rat. That's funny, because, like, he knows that the praise won't land on her unless they know her, because she has so, like, all of her insecurities go back into, like, what's happened with her. So, like, if you don't address her insecurities, then it's, like, oh, it's just empty praise. Which respect. Like, I totally feel that, like, there is that wholesome, like, ultra wholesome culture that I'm not a fan of just, like, oh, I love you, you're great, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. Like, okay, you don't know the first thing about me. Like, and you say that? Like, okay, cool. You say that to literally everyone, and I know that everyone's not wonderful and amazing, so it means nothing. It means nothing, right? Like, empty praise, like, upsets me like nothing else, right? Not like nothing else, but like I've always had like I really dislike empty praise, and so I totally relate to her in that regard. And so for her to be like, yeah, you think I'm amazing, cool. A lot of people think I suck, and I've disappointed a lot of people, and you don't know the first thing about that, so you're not allowed to call me amazing. True. Good, like, everyone says that, it means nothing, right? Like, who was saying that when my seats were empty? Who was saying that when I'm sitting at my booth and no one's showing up to get signatures or buying my album or whatever, right? Like, who's saying it then? Bro, and it's crazy. I've literally felt this, not personally, but like, well, and personally a little bit. Like, you know those, like, YouTube channels that have, like, 2 views and, like, 100 videos? And it's just, like, you, like, click on it, and it's like, damn, like, nobody clicks here. Like, and this person's still making content? Because, like, you know, I've gone on deep rabbit hole dives of random YouTube, like, 10 subscriber Andes, and just watching a ton of their videos that have, like, 3 views each, and then, like, watching them mentally spiral as they go between their videos, and I'll, like, put a few positive comments and say, like, you know, like, oh, that was funny, that little joke. Because it's just, like, it's so, you can just tell that there's so much passion and love, but then they don't get anything, and so it's like you're throwing a rock into a pool. It's like a tree falls in the forest, but like no one hears it. Like, did it even happen? That's literally the reality for like so many people out there. And like specifically when it was her sitting at that booth when she was like flashbacking. I want to find that. Yeah, right here. Her sitting alone at a booth. So I've gone to anime conventions and just seen people like at a booth, you know, like a voice actor or like some sort of like cosplay person or whatever, and they're sitting there at their booth and no one's there. And then like 2 booths down, there's a huge line that's like winding up and down, and like people are walking past and they're just sitting at their booth, just like, you know, just trying to smile, trying to be, you know, ready for someone to walk up, but then no one walks up. And how does that make them feel? Like, it's horrible. It's so tragic, and I feel so much for it. Or like an artist, you know, at a booth, and they got all their art everywhere, and like I look at the art and I'm thinking like, oh, like that's cool, I guess, like not my thing. And I walk past and I look back and there's no one at the stall, and every other stall's got a bunch of people and there's no one at the stall, and that person's just sitting there at their booth like they're losing it, man. They're losing it. I can't help them. I mean, I could go be like, oh, I love your art, blah, 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 blah. But, like, you know, it's brutal. It's so horribly brutal. And that's just the reality of how it goes. But, yeah. So the way that Aqua deals with it is he puts on a different persona, freaking Peon. And at least he used Peon's permission. Like, that makes it a little better. And, like, we know Miyako was... Because Miyako was aware when he in episode 2 like did the phone trick on Ruby, right? So Miyako, stop letting him do this. Stop letting him do this, because this is a problem. This is not good. But yeah, like he uses his knowledge of her in somebody else's vessel, so she feels like that. Oh, somebody understands me, and thank goodness. Like, I was so sick of Aqua, but now it feels like there's this other person that's like rooting for me and actually like has seen my stuff, and that makes me feel so much better. And then, oh, just kidding, you don't actually have that fan, because she was like, what did she say right here? Even now I still have a fan, huh? Like, look how happy this made her. She was top-tiered, she was so happy, feeling great, but then guess what? No, that's actually not true. You don't actually have that fan. That's Aqua using his knowledge of you to make you feel better for the express purpose of making the idol thing succeed because his sister's in it. And maybe he cares about you and he doesn't want you to fail as well, but like, who even knows? Because he's not even telling you about it. He's not even communicating at all. Because he's being a rat. And I don't care if you're feeble, okay? Get stronger forehead. Like, and? That's not an excuse for being like this. Like, I don't... What just fell? I just had an entire USB drive fall. Man, that really rubbed me wrong. Let me see what he was saying to Peon. Peon. He was saying, like, I'm rather feeble. That was a really interesting line. Because, I mean, like, he's got relationship issues out the wazoo for sure. Like, attachment issues with, because of like, easy, right? And so for him to not want to... Like, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Where he doesn't want to see Kana fail, because he's aware that things are going poorly, but he also doesn't want to deal with everything that's happened with Kana, because he feels like it hurts. It hurts him to do that, right? It hurts him emotionally. And such, right? So, like, I understand why he did it, but it's literally, like, this is so manipulative and just wrong. Even in your... Yeah, he said... What did you say? Even in your own voice, I think she would listen to you. It's true. It's true. She would, if you guys resolved, like, your issues, and if you apologized for, like, leading her on or, like, making her feel bad or whatever, you know? And just, just set proper boundaries so she knows what to expect, and distance yourself enough and say, like, I think you're a great person, but, you know, like, just fix it, okay? Like, deal with the relationship. Don't just avoid it and put on a duck head. That's just so bad. I'm actually rather feeble, you know? Like, that, because, like, he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to get hurt. He feels bad, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But, like, okay, this is your fault. Like, you're forming attachments to people and then making moves for your whole manipulation maxing mindset, right? Like, people are going to get hurt by your actions, and so you can't just hurt people by your actions and and then continue to do it. And I know it's like he's messed up. He's gone through a lot. Like, I understand why it's happening, but like, dog, tighten up, right? Get some, Ruby really feels like she's a monument right now. She really feels like unbreakable with that attitude of it's only natural for us to fail. Because I was worried that she would get, like, her naivety would lead to her downfall. Like, it still could be coming, but this is a good mindset. This is a good mindset. Like, you're doing it for the love of it, right? Oh, yeah, and I was saying a little earlier, I'll just finish the thought of, like, how, like, YouTube channels with, like, 2-subscriber Andy, or, like, the convention halls or whatever, just all sorts of people that are, like, trying so hard and putting themselves out there and getting nothing back, like, how painful that can be. Like, dog, like, your boy put out a lot of really bad videos for a long time before I even started getting comments, man. Like, that's just how it goes. So, like, and it's complete, like, it's completely different. But, like, personally, I've been there a little bit. Okay, it's not a great feeling a lot of the time. But, like, at the end of the day, I'm not doing it. I'm doing it because I love it and it's fun and it's, like, creative outlet, right? And so that's why it, like, makes me so sad that, like, for her, there's not a ton of inner passion, right? Like, why are you doing it, right? Like, so much of it is, like, extrinsic pressure. I mean, that was the name of the episode, pressure, right? Extrinsic pressure from, people, like, getting onto her and such. Or, like, she feels like she has to carry the weight of, like, because she feels like she's failed people, and she doesn't want to fail people, so whenever she starts a new job, it's like, man, like, I have to make this succeed because I care about this job, and I care about these people, and I don't want to fail them, right? And, like, fair. Like, I totally respect that. The love of the craft. I'm such a love of the craft hoe. This shot goes so hard. Rookie idol Kana. Bro. Is that the thumbnail? It might be. I don't know yet. I haven't made the thumbnail because I haven't watched. I finished the episode just now. Oh, Aqua, you little rat. Your little red strings of fate binding you to go kill your dad. The little corpses of all these people that... Whoa, look at this. Wait, look. Why does everybody... Oh, is this the stalker kind of idea? Look, what is... I've never looked at this closely before. Look at this. Look at this scene. So he, like, walks down the stairs... And then it's a bunch of people, like corpses or, like, people that are unconscious or whatever, like, laying down. But a ton of them have, like, the blue star in one of their eyes. So is this, like, all of the different Aquas? Like, is this kind of like a kind of an elaborate, like, revenge, you dig 2 graves type thing? Like, you're digging a grave for yourself, So it's like him accepting his own destruction because of his motivations of revenge, which are illustrated by the red strings. Because surely this is his eyes, right? Especially with the hood up. Like, him having the hood is something we saw when he was playing the Stalker in the Kana thing. I don't think this is the Stalker specifically, because the Stalker didn't have the blue glowing eye. Like, it's his eye. And he's wearing a hood in the scene, too. So he's, like, looking at his own corpses and looking at the reality of, like, where he's gonna get hoed. But then instead of, like, running away from it or dealing with it, like, he sinks into it, man. Because he's getting dragged down by his his desire for revenge and desire to avenge... Not revenge, but avenge I. Because of how much he cared about I. Dang. And Ruby's alone in the snowstorm, and I don't see you doing anything about that, Look at her crappy little plastic umbrella. Like, you think that's going to hold up? You could be there. But no, you want to go be sunken into your own destruction, okay? You want to go sacrifice yourself, blah, blah, blah. Not even necessarily that. That could be part of it. You're willing to sacrifice yourself to go do the father thing. But look at who you're leaving behind. Like, and she had a crush on you when you were a doctor, man. That's crazy information. I didn't even talk about that. It's just a cute, like, innocent schoolgirl crush kind of type vibe. Like, we're not hooking up Ruby and Aqua. Don't even talk to me if you're thinking that. I will kill you. I will run you over with a car. I did really like, too, the opposite of what I feel line. That was a good line. Her kind of thinking back of, like, man, when did I get so, like, self-demeaning? Like, when did I start speaking to myself this way? When did I start, like, talking with such a bad, like, image of self, That's really sad. Also, just, like, man, introspection goes hard sometimes. There's a lot of people that do a lot of self-deprecating humor. It's like, you want me to the strat? This is my personal strat. Just an idea if you're in a self-deprecation kind of mood. My personal strat is, ironically, If you need to. If it needs to be ironic, make it ironic. But just talk super self-appreciative, right? Say like, oh, I'm the best. Oh, I'm pogged, right? Oh, I'm a Giga Chad. Like, whatever, right? But literally, it's just like the self-deprecation jokes. Just turn it into like ego-inflating jokes. But make it as ironic as you need to. But it's just, you kind of speak it into reality, right? If you're always saying like, oh, I'm just a cynical mess, don't worry about me. Like, she's waving it off and making it into a joke, but like, that's not good for her self-image. So just flip it, right? If you have a really bad self-esteem, then pretend to have a really high self-esteem so you can kind of middle it out. But you can also get too extreme with that and then end up kind of having a weird like insecurity, like ego complex type behavior, you know, like everything in moderation. But I've at least, that's been good for me. Because I'm the smartest, most intelligent person alive. Personally. Okay? And everything that's happened, I've been there. God doesn't throw in the towel, backlight, sanatorium, time is bunny. Oh, those are the different names of the idol groups. Okay. Where's Bikomachi? Where's my Bikomachi? See you a pain. Keyworld, dead or I love you. Hush, hush. Fake hands. Fake hands, okay. Okay, got my phone some kind of way. Whoa, look at these different names of the stages. Forest Garden, Rainbow Stage, Star Stage, Bell Factory, Heart, Happy Garden, Sea Stage. I can't read, that one is too blurry. Oh, that's so fun. Wait, look at their little images, too. Rainbow Stage, Forest Garden, Ball Factory. Which one are they going on, man? Dr. Toxic. I'm not seeing their name here. Because, I mean, like, ideally, I would just see a B. Ideally. Okay, be quiet. You think you're funny? You are funny. Wish we could have been on the main stage. That sounds like a lot of pressure. Okay, listen. We're going to go have fun. We're going to make a killer... We're going to have a killer idol performance. Aqua shows up in the crowd. It could be an issue, because then Kana's going to see him, and then that's going to cause Kana's emotions to spike mid-performance. So that's a risk, you know? That's a risk, okay? Because he's probably going to be in the crowd, and I need her to lock in. You know what? F Aqua. Team Kana. Kana, drop him. Kick him to the curb. You know how it goes. He's not worth your time. You deserve better, okay? You deserve Ruby's positivity, alright? You deserve to succeed because you're pogged, and you got the grind set, and you are amazing. And I can say that, and I can mean that, because I've seen how... I know you. I've seen how much you've struggled, right? Not entirely, because I haven't seen your full story, because just because it's on screen doesn't mean we've gotten the full story. You know what I mean? Because Kana's out there in this story living her full life. You know, we've only gotten a glimpse of everything that's happened. Because for everything we see, there's another couple we don't, right? And that, because that's just the nature. That's always been my you know? We've only known her for, like, handfuls of hours, but she has an entire life out there in the story. But at least those handful of hours that I've gotten to understand you, I feel like I've gotten a good picture of... I feel like I can say that I really respect you and I really think highly of you. My dear Kana. That is my message to you. Not that you can hear it, but you know what? It makes me feel fun to say it, so guess what? I'ma speak my truth. I'ma speak my truth. Is there anything else I'm trying to say for this episode? This episode was really good. I really liked this episode. This was, like, last episode, it felt like it, like, almost started hitting, like, spinning bars, you know? But, like, this episode was what I was looking for last episode, right? Like, because Kana's obviously at a bad spot, and I needed to see some action, you know? But if Ruby started spinning bars, she started really introspecting, which I really, really appreciate. That's pretty arrogant for someone who's not even popular. Dog, you think Ruby's popular? Oh, and you heard Memcho's voice, alright? Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Everyone is so quick to lie. Killer line, by the way. That's so true. And Ruby's out here being her such a genuine self. She really one of a kind for that, ain't she? She really one of a kind for that, ain't she? I'm gonna dropkick Aqua off the stage. I cannot deal with this kid. Just, like, if you're gonna do... Like, listen, dog. If you're gonna... I need you to form relationships that pull you away from lone wolfing everything, okay? I need that. That's what I need from you, man. But if you're gonna be lone wolfing and, like, being annoying, then stop, like, screwing up other people, right? Stop, like, doing this weird manipulation, like, dude, it's literally like he made an alt account. It's like he has a Discord friend, and they get in an argument, and he makes an alt account, and then it befriends the same friend with that alt account. Like, what? Are you insane? What a horrible thing to do to someone. Kana took it, like, on the chin. She walked that hoe off, okay? Like, she didn't sleep, but, like, next time we were in her headspace, she was like, why did he do this? Like, is this like a... But this is like, no, stop excusing this behavior. This isn't like, I know it's so that I would take the lesson seriously. Like, she's like trying to rationalize it into something positive. No, this was a problem. This was bad. Was the way he was kind to me also a lie? Hold him to it, yes. He's being an ass. Like, I'm like, I know he cares about her, but, like, this is not how you care. This is not the actions you take for someone you care about. This is the actions you take for someone you are a monster to. This is toxic and horrible, and Aqua, you gotta stop being a rat. That's such a man. Okay, I think that's all I got for this episode. Episode 10 of Oshi no Ko. On to the next episode 11. Of course, if you like the episode, like the video, subscribe. If you're a new, blah, 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 comment, or join the Discord and talk to me or other Oshi no Ko fans there. But until the next episode, hit the notification bell as well. You want a little ping, ping, ping on those streams, little uploads, anything like that. I'm excited for the finale. I'm really sad I'm going to be a week late to it because that means I have to wait 2 weeks for that, which is really miserable because... Oh my goodness, I need to see this end. Because it's so good, and I need to see what we're getting left with. When season 2 is starting. Tomorrow? Bet. I'm down. I'm there. I'm ready for it. But yeah, that's all I got for this episode. On to the next. I'll be seeing you then. Peace.